Hey everybody, this is AYG's Alpha Team, here with another video for the Division. This is going to be our video on the 6-piece Lone Star build, 6-piece classified gear set Lone Star build. It's a little unorthodox, it's mainly just for fun, and I'll talk about that in a minute, but let's go over the pieces. So like I said, 6-piece Lone Star. We're rocking dual shotguns. Now we're going with dual shotguns because I played a bunch with LMGs, and for the playstyle for me, it's just not working out. So I decided to go with something, feature a build that actually features exotic weapons. So that's why I've got the Showstopper and the Cassidy. And I couldn't think of a better build to use these exotic shotguns than the Lone Star, which gives you 20%, damage, shotgun damage boost. So, and it totally works out. You'll see in the gameplay, it's super fun. But for our pieces, we're going with 2 pieces of firearms, 2 pieces of electronics, 1 stamina, and all of our mods are going to be firearms health. So first off, we're going to go with a little bit of health on kill here on the chest piece and the mask, and we're rolling for health all the way around too, wherever we can. So health on kill and health, the ammo capacity, you could swap that out, but the only other option is increased kill XP, so might as well go for ammo capacity. On the mask, we're rolling health on kill and increased kill XP. That should be something more like, like burn resistance or even damage to elites if you're going to use it for PvE. And then knee pads, we're rolled for health, of course. This is one of our electronics pieces. We have bleed, burn, and disrupt. Not too bad a combo. I probably would rather have shock resistance than disrupt, but we had to go with what we got here. And before I forget, all of our performance mods are going to be first aid self-heal because we're going to be using that self-heal. But backpack, we rolled for health, of course, and burn resistance. I believe burn resistance is the best option here just because, you don't, like I said, you don't need the ammo capacity because of the Lone Star, piece build. So we'll go over that too. Gloves are rolled for health on kill, shotgun damage, and skill haste. Now, if you were using an LMG on this, you definitely want to go with LMG damage. But since we're rolling strictly shotguns, we're going to just go with shotgun damage, health on kill, and skill haste. You could go also like, enemy armor damage or crit hit chancer damage, but I wanted that health on kill. It actually pays off in the long run. And then holster is going to be health with as close to 1401 as we can get. Now let's go over the Lone Star pieces. Let's go over the Lone Star set bonus pieces. Set 2 is 100% ammo capacity, of course. Set 3 is LMG and shotgun damage up 8%. And then 4, the regular Lone Star talent, which is when the weapon is holstered, it instantly reloaded, which kind of helps with the shotgun thing, which we'll go over again. Okay, so set 5 bonus gives you an additional 50% ammo capacity and an additional 12% LMG and shotgun damage, which brings your total to 20% LMG damage, 20% shotgun damage for the whole set. So that's super awesome. And then, of course, the Berserker 6-piece set bonus. When a weapon has 50% of its magazine remaining, there is a 75% chance to receive a bonus that activates when the final bullet is fired from the current magazine. Once activated, the magazine is instantly refilled. Weapon damage and fire rate are increased by 20%, and the bonus is canceled by reloading, swapping weapons, or exiting combat. So it's basically attack boost. After you shoot that last round, you have a 75% chance of getting an attack boost for your weapon, which instantly reloads it and just makes it faster and stronger. It's a super awesome addition. It's a great talent set piece, I think, and we exploit the crap out of it with these shotguns, which you'll see in the gameplay. So, weapons of choice. We're going with a Showstopper. We could have gone with something like an SASG, but like I said, this build is... I tried to make this build structured for, optimization, to make it the best it could be, and for the gameplay that you would have to do, it just didn't suit me. So I decided to go with something a little bit fun, but also super practical. Because we're getting such a boost from the shotgun damage from the set pieces, and because our magazine gets instantly reloaded when we holster it, like it kind of takes away, it kind of makes the shotgun a viable weapon. Like you don't have to worry about reload times because you don't have to. You just swap weapons and you're fine. So that's why we're going dual shotguns, and it's super fun, and everyone hates dying to the Showstopper. It's hilarious. Anyways, so for our mods for the Showstopper, our talents first are going to be responsive, fierce, and Showstopper. Now, fierce you could swap out for something like unforgiving or something that would competent that would complement, your build better. But this is just what we went with because this is all we had really. And then we went with optimum range and stability. Now, I know you might want to go with something like headshot damage or critical hit damage, or maybe even critical hit chance. But because the showstopper is so erratic, we kind of needed to hone it down a little bit. We need to give it a little bit more range to make it a little bit more viable at distance. And then that stability buff is a huge, huge bonus when you're shooting it. So that's why we're with these two. But again, this is meant for optimization and fun at the same time. We're not trying to like be just the ultimate go hard build. We're just trying to have something that can still crush but still have fun with too. And then we're going with the Cassidy as well, the other exotic shotgun. And this one has responsive, determined, and boomstick. And double trigger fires off both barrels in short succession. This thing is devastating, especially if you can get it to proc. And the idea of the shotgun too with these lower magazines is that we can get to the 6-piece set bonus faster because we have a smaller magazine. So if the Cassidy only has 2 rounds, as soon as it shoots that first round, it's already in position to shoot the second round, and it's already in position to proc the tac link for the 6-piece. So it just instantly happens, and it's super awesome if you can get it to proc, because then no one survives. I mean, you're taking 4 shotgun rounds blast immediately in less than a second. So it's devastating. You'll see a couple of shots in the video. It's just ridiculous. And then, of course, our sidearm is going to be a double barrel shotgun. Pull this out a few times. It's actually pretty fun. Now let's go over the skills. The skills I had to play around with as well. I was running Pulse for a while, but it wasn't as effective, and it kind of disrupted the build. So instead of Pulse, we went with Sticky Bomb Disruptor. So the explosive is replaced by an EMP alternative, causing disrupt damage to all targets in the area. Now, a lot of gunfights, or a lot of times you're going to be in PvP dealing with other players using turrets or, heal stations or something like that. Having this disruptor kind of puts everyone back on level, like on level ground where they're fighting just gunfights, just straight up gunfights. And that's what this build is all about. So whenever we come across those people, we just disrupt whatever they're using. And like if it's something like a Firecrest build where they're all built into their electronics and they get shut down, there's really nothing they can do. And they end up having to drop or just run. So it's a great addition to this particular style of gameplay. And then also we're going with Overdose. Now I did have the booster shot for a while, but the damage increase wasn't significant enough. I'd rather have the overheal just to give me a little bit more longevity in these fights. So that's why we went with Overdose. And then of course Recovery Link, because we don't really need a tac link because we already have one. And the Survivor Link it's not going to be as effective as a Recovery Link in these most of these engagements. That's why I went with that. And then talents are Steady Hands, entering cover to reduce recoil. On the move, killing a hostile while moving to reduce incoming damage. And then critical save, use a med kit during low health to increase damage resistance by 20% for 10 seconds. And then of course combat medic, because we're not jerks and we want to help our team out. But these are all variant too. You can go with whatever you feel like is going to complement your gameplay better. Like if you're more of a tactical advanced guy, then do that. Or if you want to conserve ammo, you can go with one is none. But this is what we went with, and this really does work. It makes the showstopper kind of ridiculous when you see the gameplay. It's hilarious. So overall character stats, weapon damage, critical damage is 40%, which is pretty good considering. Actually, that's our sidearm. Never mind. Let's go over the showstopper character. There we go. Critical chance 5%. Not really significant. We're not really worried about it anyway. Headshot damage is 60%, which is pretty good. Critical damage is 33%. So we're hitting if we hit a critical on a head, we're doing about 93% plus damage. So that's really good. Stability 17%, which is great. Range is 17 meters, which is actually pretty phenomenal for a shotgun. Which is, where the heck did it go? There it is. Which is awesome. So that optimum range does make a huge difference. Reload time is irrelevant because we're using Lone Star. We just have to swap weapons. LMG damage is irrelevant as well because we're not using one. Shotgun damage boost, and the percentage is going to be great. We've got 15% health on kill, which will help us out a lot in these gun battles. Skill is 9%, which is not too bad because we are using a booster shot and we do want that to come back. Armor is over 32%. That's great. Health regen is not bad either. And bleed, burn, disrupt, not too bad. Alright, let's go ahead and get into some gameplay. Just a heads up, guys, there is some LMG footage in here, just so you know, but they are leading up to my tips. Tip number 1 being, don't reload your weapon, ever. And it's a hard habit to break, so it won't be easy. So you don't need to reload for 2 reasons. 1, because when you weapon swap, you automatically have a full magazine, and 2, your 6-piece Lone Star doesn't proc unless you hit the last bullet of your magazine. So if you keep reloading, you'll never get to use the 6-piece bonus. So you can see here, swapped out to the Cassidy, finished. I reload right here, but that's because I had some time. But what you want to do is constantly just shoot. Just, you can see it proccing right here. Don't reload. Switch your weapons. Get back to firing. And you want to stay in the same magazine as long as possible because you want to finish that magazine in order to proc right here. You can see the 6-piece procs. I get the weapon damage bonus and the rate of fire bonus. Again, right here, you can see, gonna jump on this guy. Magazine doesn't proc, so what do I do? Switch weapons, go to the Cassidy. It does proc once, procs twice, procs a 3rd time. I'm able to take him out. Really important tip. Tip number 2, get in their face and stop the show. And what I mean by that is use the showstopper. And the shotguns on any shotgun you use, they're only effective at super close range. So you need to alter your game style to just be in their face constantly. Like right here, I could stay back and shoot this guy, but I don't have the weapons to do so. So I have to get in his face, use that showstopper. You'll see right here the 6-piece bonus procs. And it just becomes almost uncontrollable. You can definitely control it. It's just a little bit harder, but when you land any of those hits, it just melts people. It's awesome. Again, right here, switch to the Cassidy. Got the proc again. Take him out. Didn't proc this time. Switching weapons. Get that showstopper. Get right in his face. Discourage this guy, and just stay right on him. Like when it comes to the firepower, you're going to be comparable, and you'll also be able to be switching weapons faster. So while he's worried about, reloading and switching his weapons, you're going to already be back loading, and you're going to already be back, and you won't have to reload. You'll just be right in his face shooting again. Again, right here, should have EMP'd this fire turret, but I didn't. Stayed right in his face. Just swap weapons. He's out. Now I'm going to let the rest of these play out. There's a little bit of LMG footage, but mostly it's showstopper, and it's just awesome. And I'll see you guys at the end. That's going to do it, guys, for the classified 6-piece Lone Star. Super fun to use with shotguns. Again, you can use LMGs. Actually, you can use technically any weapon, but I mean, you get the weapon bonuses for LMGs and shotguns, so you should definitely use those more. but super fun to use. Love using the showstopper. I finally have a build where I can use that and it be effective. I like it. But go ahead and leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more from regaming.com. Also, shoot us a comment if you have any questions or you want to give us any feedback. It's always appreciated. Until then, go ahead. Game on.
Game on! Yeah, game on!